It's your boy Moet back here with you today, and you gon' have to sit tight, see what we is playing. Toss the show down line, but no, I'm not a waste man. Always out of breath, no, I can't do the race, man. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Moet here, and today, we're gonna be talking as soon as I can find my headphones, so I don't have to listen to the music. The music's lovely, trust me. The music's great. I can't, if I hear the music at the same time as I'm talking, then I won't be able to get my thoughts in order properly. So we're gonna be talking about the new Pokemon, supposedly the new Pokemon battle mechanics that they're gonna be introducing on the Switch when the new game comes out on the Switch. I know I'm late on this. I know what the second. I just want to make sure I have my information correct. I'm almost certain. Okay. Yeah, whatever. I know what it was, so I'm just gonna talk about it. I know I'm late on it. I know the information came out like towards the end of February on what it would possibly. This is my battle, by the way, as you can see from these names. This is not my battle. Somebody else playing. But okay, like I was saying, I know that it came out like towards the end of February, but I still want to talk about it because it is interesting to me, and more so than talk about. I'm gonna bring up, of course, what the mechanics are. Oh, my mic got hella close to my face right there. I'm gonna bring up, of course, what the new mechanics are supposed to be, and then I'm gonna explain why I don't think they'll actually be part of the game, and they are what they just are, rumors. And then, of course, comment below if you believe them or not. I'd love to see a discussion. So, to start off with, they are saying that the new battle mechanics to be introduced on the Switch platform. And I'm thinking that this new game is gonna come out at the end of this year. It would make sense, same time as normal, October, November-ish, on the time for like sales, Black Friday sales. You get a Black Friday sale, you get the Switch, and then you get the game too, Christmas time. So I'm thinking it'll come out around October, November-ish this year, as planned. And they're saying that this new battle mechanic is gonna be similar to that's why I wanted to look it up, because I don't know what game they compared it to. But it's like Final Fantasy. That's the best thing that I can think of it. It's like instead of turn-based, it's like a free movement. Like you click and then you can click dodge, or you can do this or that at the same time as your opponent clicking a move. So your opponent might go for, let's say, Fire Blast, and you can actually dodge a Fire Blast in real time. It's a real time. That's what it's called. It's like a real time strategy. I think, pretty sure that's how it is. So instead of oh, I think this is it right here. Let me make sure, just to make sure. They're saying it would be instead similar to the Pokken tournament. No, I don't think it would be like Pokken. I don't think so. I think it's more. Well, we'll discuss both of them because both of them could be interesting. A Pokken style would be interesting. So if it's like a real-time strategy where you can click on it and do things like that, and instead of it being turn-based, it's more open and less restricting. And you can actually like maybe click, I don't know, click Y or B or something, click a prompt on the screen to dodge and move, things like that. It would be, I don't think that would work. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't think that would work. I don't think they would make it like that. And that's mostly because of VGC. If Pokemon was still focused and centered around in-game, then that could definitely work. That would be cool. I think people would really like that. But because it's not centered around in-game anymore, and that Pokemon is really taking a good look, and they're trying to focus more on the VGC aspect of the game than they used to, compared relative to how they used to look at it. Because I feel like, and this is just my personal opinion, all this is my personal opinion, but I feel like as the years have gone by, they start to focus more and more on the competitive battle scene. And I don't think I'm too out of bounds by saying that. I think it's kind of obvious that they do care about the competitive battle scene more than they used to. I mean, they would, like, you can tell from the way things have changed. From the EV system to the physical split to them actually banning moves, which is crazy to me. Instead of just banning legendaries, they're actually banning moves because they know like things can actually be broken in the competitive sense. So it's very interesting, and they're building moves that would be good for VGC. So it feels like to me that they are more focused on the VGC aspect of things. So that's why I say switching to a more open, a less restricted type of battle mechanic would be detrimental to the VGC system, because it feels like they would be, I don't want to say introducing more luck into the game, but it wouldn't be as competitive as it is now. It would change. I mean, it would shake the whole thing up. It wouldn't. I'm trying to think about how exactly. I'm trying to think about in my mind how exactly it would play out. So somebody sends out. Let's just use a classic example. Somebody sends out I don't know, freaking Pikachu. Maybe his name is Ash Ketchum, and somebody sends out a I don't know, Bulbasaur or something. I don't care. With the Pikachu, he would click Thunderbolt and the Bulbasaur can run around it? Can the Bulbasaur in real time dodge it and then go for Leaf Blade at the same time? And then the Pikachu has to click a move. Is it prompt based? Is it, there's just so many, there's so many different things in this that I don't feel like it would be plausible, especially to keep this as a kids game and a competitive game at the same time. I don't think this would be plausible unless they really are trying to move away completely from the kids aspect of it, but that's not Pokemon style. While they do want to make the game more competitive, what sells is the children. The children buy the game. Well, the parents buy the game for the children, and the children play it, and they put in the hours, they have fun training the Pokemon, going in the wild and catching them. I don't think that making the game real-time strategy is the way that they would make this go. If this was purely competitive, I could possibly see this working in the way that my mind has it pictured. I might be taking real-time strategy and thinking of it in a different way, but I think it could work if the game was purely competitive, but it's not. It is a children's game at the end of the day, that also has competitive aspects to it. That's why I don't feel like that way would work. As far as it being like Pokken though, that would be a little more interesting. A Pokken is a fighting game though, so there would have to of course be some changes there, because you're not going to make a fighting game when you already have one. Maybe I could see somewhat of a mixture where instead of you doing combos, no, because then at that point it's still, would there be like a block button? But see, that's the exact same thing that I was saying then, because then there would have to be a block or a dodge button, and at that point you're asking these children to press all these different buttons to block or to dodge or to do these different things. For somebody in there even as low as 13, 14, they can get that down easily. That's not difficult to tell them, oh, press Y to dodge or RB to dodge or something like that. Does the DS even have bumpers anymore? I don't know. It's been so, oh yeah, it has bumpers, of course it does. But it doesn't fit into the children's gaming aspect of it, because you can't have an 8-year-old. You're not gonna, I mean, unless it's like that little girl whose IQ is as great as Stephen Hawking's or greater than Stephen Hawking's, rest in peace to my nigga, then it's not going to be plausible to have that introduced in a children's game. So that's why I'm thinking that despite the rumors and the theories and all this other BS, ultimately the battle style is not going to change. I'm pretty sure that it's going to stay exactly the same. I would be interested in seeing it change. I think an updated battle mechanic would actually be very good for the game. I think it would get some people back into it. It would get some people more interested in Pokemon. It would reach a different audience. That's the main part of it, is that it would reach a different audience, because you wouldn't be selling to the children who just know how to click the super effective moves. Because if you notice, they also made it easier for them to identify which moves are super effective and which moves aren't. That's why it also feels like they wouldn't shy away from that system when they're trying to get the kids used to that system by telling them this move is super effective, use this move, is super effective. This move is not very effective, don't use this move. This is a change that is better suited for the earlier generations, so that way you can get people used to it now. I mean back then. But now that people are used to it, you're trying to what's the word I'm trying to use? You're trying to get them used to this type of game. You're not trying to the point of this, I feel like, was not to get them used to going for super effective moves and being wary of not very effective moves just to suddenly switch the battle style on them. I don't think that that's the way they want to go. I can see why people would say that they want to make it more like the anime, where it's more like I've been saying, unrestricted. You can actually dodge, or you can block, or whatever different mechanic they would introduce, and you could just freely, maybe you want a Thunderbolt predicting where they would dodge to. That would be cool. Without a doubt, that would be a cool mechanic for them to introduce. I don't think it's plausible for the business model that Nintendo has shown us that they are currently doing. I don't even think that Nintendo is a DLC company. Oh well, hold on one second. That Pokemon Game Freak is a DLC company yet. Simply because I don't think that parents are buying DLC for Pokemon. I don't think that's what they're doing. Not yet. Things like this have to be they have to be dropped in slowly. So there might be changes in some of the future generations. I don't think that a major battle mechanic overhaul is coming this generation or the one after. If anything, it would come way down the line. It would have to be way down the line. I don't think I'd be playing Pokemon anymore. By the time that it actually did come, I don't think I'd be into the game anymore. But if it did come, hell, I might just come back. I might just come back and check it out. That's what I'm saying, and that's what I'm saying, in that overhaul would bring back people just to check and see what the new battle mechanic is about. So I think right now they're in a happy place with their audience and what they've done so far, and building and grooming their audience for this current system. I don't believe that they are going to, that the plan was to groom the audience to this current system, make them used to it, just to switch it on them, no pun intended, for the new system. But that's just my 2 cents. I hope you all enjoyed. Oh, this battle was over a long time ago. Bucket, 2 tears in the bucket. I hope you all enjoyed it, and like I said, go ahead and leave your comments down below. Tell me what you think. Maybe you think I'm way off base. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about as far as strategy games go. Let me know down below, and then I'll see you guys tomorrow with an actual Showdown Live. Bye.